Ladies and gentlemen, this story is getting so crazy. Joe Biden apparently stopped by the locker room to give a pep talk to the teams, and LSU would not let her in. They said they did not want a pep talk from the first lady. They would rather do that among each other, to get everybody psyched up and ready to play. They inspire each other. So they didn't want her there. I don't know if that has anything to do with what she said. How dare you ninjas don't let me in the locker room? So anyway, let's get into the story. Angel Reese, LSU won't let Joe Biden into its locker room before championship game. Mm-mm-mm. The Lady Tigers apparently weren't interested in a pep talk from First Lady Joe Biden before the NCAA championship game on Sunday. LSU star Angel Reese, who called the First Lady's invitation for Iowa to visit the White House a joke. So I know some of y'all came over here and tried to say she extended that invitation to both. Actually, she didn't. If you go back and really read the story, she extended the olive branch to Iowa first, and she should not have done that. You only invite the winner. So, I mean, y'all can run around with she met both teams, she met both teams. That doesn't save her because there are many on that LSU team that said she extended that invite to Iowa first. And that's what I'm reading. So, yeah, she had to say something about LSU to save face. But even the White House had to come out and speak on Joe Biden's behalf and let them know LSU was invited because they won. Now, if she did that, I don't believe so many people would have came at her the way that they did. So I understand the need to try to defend your favorite first lady, but she was wrong. No matter how much you try to spin it, she was wrong. You don't extend an invite to losers. But people like her have historically done that. That's why you have all those Confederate soldier statues all over the place because these folks believe in letting a loser prevail. Historically, it's in their history. So I'm not surprised. She just hated to see these talented LSU basketball team full of great women have a prize all to themselves. She don't like that. It should be shared. No, whenever we have victories, we do not have to share it with anyone, especially the people that are telling you this don't have a history of sharing their victories with the Black community. And we already know they don't. So we don't owe them our victories. We can relish in those victories ourselves. End of discussion. So let's get into the show. So they said the first lady invitation to Iowa to visit the White House she felt was a joke because yes, she extended that olive branch to Iowa, which is a mostly white female team. After defeating the Hawkeyes 102-85 in Dallas. Apparently, she was supposed to come to our locker room before the game, but we said no. Reese said, I am athlete's paper route. So she was on that show and did an interview, and that's what she said. She was supposed to come to our locker room and go to Iowa's locker room. I don't know if she talked to them, but I don't know if she did. This is what Reese said. But we said we didn't want to. We didn't want her coming into our locker room. So the first lady attended the game at the national championship at American Airlines Center, where she sat in a private suite with a tennis icon Billie Jean King. boy, that's going way back. Billie Jean King? Yeah. So anyway, so when she was asked, Jill, why did she, invite Iowa? Reese told Brandon Marshall she wasn't pleased with President Biden's pre tournament bracket. Apparently, he never included LSU. Mm-mm-mm. I think Joe Biden had to put somebody else to win the national championship. Reese said he didn't even put us on his bucket to get out of Baton Rouge. So I was like, I think that he said we were going to lose to Michigan or something. At the end of the day, these women don't owe Jill or Joe Biden a thing. So Reese comments came after she called the First Lady's invitation to the White House a joke because it also included the Hawkeyes. Despite the long-standing tradition of only national champions are being invited to the White House. But this was a predominantly black team that won, and it just killed her to have these women at the White House and not her beloved Iowa come to the White House. And we know what the reasons are, Jim Crow Jill. So anyway, so we hope LSU will come. This is coming from the White House. But I'm going to tell Joe, I think Iowa should come too. This is what Jill said. Because they played such a good game, but it don't go that way. It was really inappropriate for her to say that. And again, y'all, she extended that olive branch to Iowa first. Okay? And all this talk about, oh, LSU too, that came after the fact. That's why the White House this morning had to do damage control. If there was no harm in what she said, they would not have had to do damage control. They did. Plain and simple. You don't invite both teams. If you don't have no previous history of doing that, then why would you do that now? I think she got a problem with these black women being the winner. I really think at the end of the day, that's what it is. So, y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think in the comment section. They're sounding like they are not going to the White House, but we shall see. These things only happen, a few days later or like a week later after they win a championship. So we'll see if some of the team go or none of the team go, which I wouldn't blame them if they didn't. I think if I was on that team, I wouldn't show up. Really, the only thing you need is that championship ring that you worked hard for, because I can tell those ladies want that ring. They want the ring. And I think they can forgo having any interaction with Joe Biden, and I don't blame them, you know? So, y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.